All right, Coach, now we're going to get into passing. And passing, I feel like, is a skill set that we won't work on as much because dribbling has become so popular in the game of basketball, beating people off the bounce. But I'm telling you right now, it is hard to chase the pass, right? You can get the ball up the floor quicker with the pass and get it to areas quicker than dribbling it. So I think you need to really work well with kids with understanding how to pass on target, on time, be effective with being a passer, being a receiver, and spend some time in practice getting really good at it. All right, some of the key teaching points that I get into when I'm talking about passing the basketball. You got to make sure you pass it on target. And I tell kids, I'll ask kids a lot of times, what do you throw it to? What do you throw it to? And kids will say, oh, the chest, the chest. You're not going to throw it to the chest. If somebody gives you hands in a kind of a shot area where they want to catch and go up their shot like a shot pocket, that's where I want to give it to. If somebody gives you hands away from the defense, you want to give them a pass to their hands. So we're going to throw a pass to somebody's hands, right? So we're going to throw it to their target. So that's what you got to make sure, again, we're going to throw it to make sure they receive the pass where they want it to rise up in a shot, or again, to catch it away from a defender so the defender can't steal it and go the other way. The second thing I like to get into, I tell them, you have to throw it on time. I don't know how many kids, they don't have their eyes up and they don't see the floor. They're looking down, maybe they're looking down when they catch it and they're not doing triple threat, or they're not facing up, or they're dribbling with their head down. All of a sudden somebody's available, somebody might say, hey, look up, and all of a sudden they look up and they throw it, and as they throw it, now that pass is getting stolen because it's too late. You got to get your eyes up, you got to see, you got to have vision. When that opening's available, you got to pass it on time. Also, you got to pass it on a line. Too many individuals at times will throw what we call like lollipop passes, rainbow passes, they got arc on it. You got to throw it on a line. We'll talk about locking our elbow, snapping our wrist. You got to make sure we're not going to throw it too hard, too soft, but we want to throw it on a line and getting some on it to get it there quicker. The next thing you got to make sure that you get into with them is talk to them about be deceptive. Make pass fakes, make fakes, like they can fake a pass, throw a pass. They can get a defense moving in a different direction of where you're going, or maybe getting their arms up or you can throw underneath. Be deceptive, be an actor and actress. And the last thing I'm gonna tell you is don't leave your feet to throw a pass. You know, we do throw somewhat of a jump pass where we get kids, eventually they dribble baseline, they'll jump out of bounds on the baseline side, throw it to the defender, maybe drifting or fading into the corner. But I'm telling you, when they're young, I do not have them jumping to make a pass, because usually I'll tell them if they leave their feet to throw a pass and it's not available and they come down, it's a travel. But if I come to a stop and I look to throw the pass unavailable, then I can pivot, I can look elsewhere, and I can make a pass, and we can continue to move in our offense to be effective. There are times later that you'll be able to jump pass where it's coming off a ball screen and somebody picking and popping and things like that when kids get older. But I would not work with kids when they're young jumping to throw a pass. The tips that I give to a receiver that's catching the basketball, first of all, give a target. Don't just stand there and not give the passer a target. Give a target where you want the basketball at. If I'm getting ready to shoot it, I'm giving them a target where I want them to throw it to my hands, right? Make sure you give them a target. You're preparing early to receive the basketball. The second thing I would tell you is this, is you got to make sure you got to go meet the basketball. We talk about ball in the air, feet in the air. The ball's coming, I'm going to go meet the basketball. Stepping to meet the basketball. It's the last 3 feet to go attack. Maybe that takes away from a defender running in and taking away, or it just brings me close to the basket. It gets me prepared to be ready to shoot and be effective to shoot it, to attack, to score, to be aggressive, right? That's what we want to be looking at. And the last thing I'll tell you at this is make sure you catch them with eyes, hands, feet. So you got to make sure you're making eye contact. If you want the basketball, you can't be running down the floor not looking. You got to have your head on a swivel. You got to see. You got to have vision. So we got to see it with our eyes first. The ball's coming. You might have to catch with one, but get it with two. We're trying to catch with two hands. 2 eyes, 2 hands. And make sure we talk about the feet. We're stepping our feet to come and meet the basketball. So catching with our eyes, our hands, and our feet to be effective when we're catching the basketball. All right, Coach, now I'm going to get into teaching basic passing. So we're going to go into teaching a chest pass, bounce pass. We're going to show you how to throw flick passes, different type of passes. And we'll do it in a stationary, kind of 2-on-0 to get them understanding how to do it. So I have them lined up where they're almost about, you could have them closer, but closer about like 10, almost about 15 feet apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on throwing first a chest pass. Now, a traditional chest pass, the idea is I'm going to have both my hands outside, thumbs facing in, and as I throw the pass, I step. I want to lock my elbow, snap my wrist, and I'm going to throw my hands where they're facing palms outward. Thumbs go down, and you get a little backward spin on it to make it a softer type touch where it comes so they can catch. It makes it a little softer pass to catch. Now, in throwing this, there's not in a game situation, you're going to be able to throw it maybe up the floor in transition. You might get ahead. Maybe somebody is open on the floor. You can advance it with the chest, but a lot of times you're going to have somebody guarding you, so you're not going to use a chest pass, and we'll show you how you can change it a little bit to still be effective. But we'll start off with this to get kids to understand it. So again, I want them, when they're doing this, I want them to show a target, right, looking at the ball with their hands, being a good athletic stance, and the ball's coming. They're going to go meet the basketball, ball in the air, feet in the air. I would love eventually for them to start communicating names like JP, Jim, JP, Jim, my name's Jim, JP, Jim, right? So we're talking, communicating, so now we get to be a good communicating team on the floor while we're doing it in drills. So we're going to be here. Now, make sure when you pass it, they step to meet it, wait till they get position ready to catch it, just don't throw it back and forth to each other, right? You got it? Okay, lock your elbow, snap your wrist, and throw it on the line. Give them a target. You ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. Chest pass, step to meet it. Ball in the air, feet in the air. Ball in the air, feet in the air. Good athletic stance. Sitting down, a good stance. Throw it on the line. All right, stop. Now, I would tell the kids, like some of them are like, if I'm here and JP's going to throw it to me, I got kids standing stiff-legged, right? Upright. They're not effective. I've got to prepare early. So if I'm one to receive the basketball, I have my hips down and back, I'm stepping, I'm in triple threat, I'm in position ready to go is what I want them to do. Now we're going to get into a bounce pass. On the bounce pass, same concepts as the chest. You're going to have your hands to the outside, right? Here. You're going to have your thumbs facing to the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to step, lead foot I'm stepping. It's almost making a lunge. I want to lunge out, and as I do, I want to get my shoulders head right over my knee right here. And as I'm going to throw this pass now, I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to, again, take my thumbs, I'm going to put it down the ground, and I'm going to get my palms facing out where you get that good backward spin. I want to aim about 3/4 of the way to them, so now it gets a soft bounce, and it comes out about up to their waist level. Don't throw it too close to a player, their feet, where it's going to bounce up and hit their shin, right? And you don't want to throw it too early on the ground. Might have it, and if you have a forward spin, a high spin going up, or if I throw it too early, it's going to deaden out too much. So we're going to throw it 3/4. So if I was here and I was throwing it to JP, again, I'm going to step out, slight lean lunge. He would be showing me hands, give me a target. I'm going to throw it 3/4 away, snap that wrist, right? Get your thumbs pointing down, good backward spin. I'm going to be ready to catch the basketball. JP. Step to meet the basketball ready. JP. Right? And we're communicating. You ready to do that right now? Ready? Go ahead. Let's go. Get your hips down and back. Prepare early. Show them hands. Be in triple threat. Step to meet the basketball. Step to meet it. Catching triple threat. Get those thumbs facing downwards. Good backward spin on the ball. All right, stop there. So the next one that we would get into is understanding if I had a defender, say I have Brady guarding me, right? And I'm trying to get the ball to Evan. But now I can't throw it through his chest. So now what I got to do is I got to throw it around him. And a lot of times we'll call it the haircut. Brady's got great hair. I love to have his hair. But we're going to be like this. I'm going to give him a haircut, right? We call it like give him a haircut. We're buzzing right through his ear here, throwing this air flick pass. A lot of times will indicate it looks like a Heisman Trophy winner given a stiff arm, and you want to lock that elbow, snap that wrist. I'm going to throw it right through his ear. We call it a one-handed flick. And what's great about it, it's no different. It's the same as shooting the basketball. We have our offhand balance hand on it. We have a lead hand on it. The only thing is, it's like shooting a lip. You're going to go right, left, so you might be stronger in your right than your left, or vice versa. If you're weaker in one hand, we always say try to work 3 times more on that hand than your strong hand. So the idea is here, you're going to run this drill. Go back behind me, Brady. We're going to be in a stance. You're going to be in a stance, showing me hands. Now, I'm going to throw it, and I'm going to help these kids understand, too. We're going to go right here. We're going to go right hand, right foot. So I'm going to step right foot. I'm going to go right hand. So I'm going to step, right hand, right foot. Ball. Step right hand, right foot. So it's going to be right hand, right foot. And then we'll go left hand, left foot. Left hand, left foot is what we're doing, okay? Is what we're working on. So you're going on right hand, right foot on a flick pass. You ready to go? Let's go, let's go. Step to meet the basketball. Let's go, let's go. You're going to step with your right foot. You're going to throw with your right hand. Make it simple. Step with your right, throw with your right now. All right, now stop right there. Now, what I'm going to add is this. We talk about faking a pass, throwing a pass. So we are going to step with our left, throw with our left, but I'm going to talk to him. If I have Brady right here guarding me, and what I want to do is try to move his hands, right? Maybe he has his hands here. I want to move him down a little bit to throw over the top of it. So I might get him going a little bit down to go up. And when we fake a pass, we fake with our head and eyes, but with the ball, all I want is about an inch. All you're doing is moving the ball about an inch. You're not moving it really, really long, right, where it becomes long-winded and it's a wind-up and it becomes too slow. I just want to move it to get him to shift. So I'm going to fake low, I'm going to throw high. So what we're going to do on this, I'm going to add this element to it back behind me. We're going to fake low, throw high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fake low. I'm going to step my left foot, left hand, throw a pass. Ball right back to me. We're going here again. We're going to fake low, head and eyes, show the ball a little bit, step, right, throw it with our left hand, left foot, fake low, throw high. You ready? Let's go. Here we go. Fake low, then you're throwing high. You're going to step with your left foot. And a lot of times you can fake before you even move your foot. Fake before you even move your foot. Fake low, then step, and then throw high as you're stepping. All right, stop there. Now again, we got to step to meet the basketball, and we got to be in triple threat in what we do. All right, and throwing a flick pass, a one-handed air flick pass is what that would be. Now we're going to get into a one-handed flick bounce pass. And these are good passes where, you might have to throw into the post at times and being able to we're going to work on different movements of our feet. We did a direct step. Now we're going to do what we call a step through, stepping through a defender. Maybe you got a defender on, we got to step through, rip the ball, and we're going to throw a one-handed flick bounce pass, right? Maybe it's in the post, leading into the score is what we're going to work on. So, and this works on good hand-eye coordination, footwork with your kids, but the step through that we're going to work on throughout the progression of the development that we give you is the same movement that we're going to work on attacking the basket, but now we're stepping through that defender. So what I want is you're going to have the ball, we're going to throw it with the right hand. So I'm going to step my left foot, I'm going to rip the ball as I step, from shoulder to shoulder cross, rip it, step through that foot with my left foot, I'm going to throw a right-handed flick bounce pass, my left hand is going to be off balance hand is what we're going to do. All right? So get the ball on this side, because I'll have to show them real quick. Get it over here. Go over here. So what I want is this. Be in a stance. Be here. Okay? You're going to be taking it. All right? I want you now to take the ball. I want you to step your left foot going across this way. Rip the ball across your right side. Throw that right-handed flick bounce pass. So you're here. Now you're going to take it. Do the same thing. You're going here now. You're going to take your left foot, step across, rip the ball, shoulder, shoulder, and throw that flick bounce pass. That's what we're doing. All right? Step through them. Step through them this way, step through, throw it, bang. Good, let's go, bounce pass. You got it, good. Now step to meet the basketball. Step to meet the basketball. Stepping through, one-handed flick, come and meet it, good. Talk to each other. Shorten your pass, triple threat. Now go like this. Now you're going here. Now we're going to take it. We just did right? Okay? Now you're going to go across here. We're going now right foot step across. This defender throwing left-handed flick bounce pass, right? Left-handed flick bounce pass, right? Step your right foot through the defender. Step through. You ready to go? Let's go. Step to meet the basketball. Step to meet it. 3/4 of the way to him. Soft coming up. Step to meet it. All right, stop there. Stop there. So that would be it. Again, a step through. You can work on throwing a bounce pass off a step through, which is good for them to do because they're not going to be able to throw the traditional just bounce pass, a straight line, right through a defender that's in front of them. The next one we get into is the overhead pass. The overhead pass, the idea is this. I'm going to throw it, and as I come, I have it same grip that we had on our traditional chest, traditional bounce pass, thumbs face in. As I bring the ball back, make sure kids will have a tendency to bring the ball way back behind their head. They're going here, and if he was a defender behind me, if I go like this, he can very easily take it from me. So I want to be tight with my movements. So I'm going to bring the ball, it's going to be up to my forehead, right on top of my head here, and I'm going to take my lead foot as I step, I'm going to now, again, I'm going to lock my elbow, snap my wrist, and I'm going to aim to your forehead. I want to aim to the forehead because we're going to have the ball go a downward flight on the ball. Notice a skip pass can be really good used, and know why you'd use it. Maybe it's a skip against the zone, right? You're skipping pass. Maybe it's you're coming here in transition and you're throwing a Kevin Love pass over the top. Maybe it's taking the ball out of bounds here, and you got to run to sit there and throw an outlet, right, and throw an overhead pass. So that's why you would use this. Now, younger kids are going to have a hard time having strength to throw a skip pass in a zone. They won't have the strength to do it, but eventually if they understand how to do it, they'll get their strength through time, they'll be able to do it. So we're going overhead pass, overhead pass. Ready to go? Let's go. Snap it over. Step to me to throw it on the line. Throw it on the line. And if you can't throw it as hard, don't throw it as hard. With your hand, with your arm. Good. Step to meet it. Step to meet it. Overhead. Snap it over. All right, good. Stop there. Good. There you go. So that would be an overhead pass and what we would teach to help them out to understand and let them know how they can use it in a game setting. Now we're going to get into a baseball pass. A baseball pass, again, it can be effective where if I catch and I got somebody long and I can throw that pass over the top in transition, or if you run a hitter, if you run something, a press break, and you have an opportunity for them to go long and beat them, you can work on that to be able to throw with a soft touch, to land like in the basket, drop in the bucket, to be able to go make a play. So what I'm going to teach them is tell them, hey, you're going to take, I would take my hand, strong hand, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to sit there having them have my off hand on the side of the ball, like protecting, almost like a quarterback football holding it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lead foot, I'm going to step, and the ball is going to be toward my ear area here by my head. And as I throw it, I want to make sure that I sit there and get some arc underneath it, throw it up. But again, I'm going to lock my elbow, snap my wrist, I'm going to follow through. In doing this, make sure your hand doesn't go out here. It's going to go a little bit in, right? So make sure that you're getting over the top, getting some decent spin on the ball, throwing it right and dropping in the bucket. So you can be right there, even though with camera-wise, we can't be as long. Just act like you're throwing a baseball pass, so it's going to be the length of it, but know that you're going to be a little bit shorter doing this, all right? You ready? Go. You want me to throw it for you? With your arm, sure, you got it? Get some arc underneath it. You got to loft it. You got to loft it. It's like throwing the skip pass. You got to get over, get a little higher so it gets over the top of the defense in doing that. All right, stop there. So again, that would be just I'd work with them on basic, two lines, having them facing each other, partner pass, and just getting used to the technique of passing the basketball. All right, coaches, so we did stationary 2-on-0 passing. We did stationary 2 balls with the pass with one hand, right? Now I'd progress, you want to get them on the move passing. So we're going to do, I call this the line drill, line passing drill. So we're going to now have them, as you notice, they're about 10 to 15 feet apart, you want them, and they're going to be spaced out and they're going to be even with each other. You're going to have one basketball, okay? The idea is we're going to have the individual, they're going to take a hard dribble, they're going to come to quick stops. We're working on dribbling, we're working on quick stops, we're working on passing, okay? That we're going to work on this particular drill, and we'll be going up the floor. So I'm going to show this to you, but this will be something I progress into. So we're going to have it to where, say I'm with Thomas right here, and Thomas and I are even, okay? And I'm going to be starting out low, triple threat in the stance. And I want my guys to understand, we want to work on, again, triple threat. I want that first step, direct step, put the ball out right in front of you to beat the defender to create space. He's going to stay even with me, all right? So I step, hard smash dribble, come to a quick stop. We're going to work on initially at the beginning, I'm going to step with my inside foot, and I'm going to throw it with my inside hand. I'm going to throw this one-handed flick pass. When he catches it, he dribbles, he comes a quick stop. I'm like, Thomas. If I catch the ball and Thomas throws it to me, Thomas, I'm going to ball in the air, feet in the air. Ball in the air, feet in the air, come meet the pass. And if you can't turn in the air and face up, ball in the air, feet in the air, I want to turn and face. Turn and face, right? Okay? And then we would step, dribble, come to stop, and we go up the floor is what we're going to do. Okay? So you'll see the kids do it right here. Be inside here, right there. You ready? Let's go. Hard pass dribble, quick stop. Step inside foot, inside foot. Here we go. Throw with your inside hand, inside hand. Stop there, bang, get out. Next guy, let's go. Talk to each other, communicate. Ball in there, feet in there. Ball in there, feet in there. You ready to go? Let's go. Talk, Logan, Come to quick stop. Face up, ball in there, feet in there. Ball in there, feet in there. Stop there. And I say you're in front of me. We'll have Thomas be in front of me. I come to a quick stop and he's defending me. And say he's like this. And I'm having a hard time throwing this pass. There's times we're going to have to step through a defender, right? So we're going to work on it right here. So what I'm going to do is have these guys, players, they're going to dribble up for an outside hand, step, hard dribble, come to quick stop. I'm going to take my outside foot, right? This will be my swing foot, pivot foot here. I'm going to step through a defender. I'm going to rip the ball from shoulder to shoulder, rip it across, and I'm going to throw this flick pass, outside hand. Ball in there, feet in there, he's facing up. He dribbles up. Come to quick stop. Peep. Ball in there, feet in there. Step, dribble, boom, step through, throw it is what we're doing. Come on back, let's go. Hard dribbles. Get some more in your dribbles. Let's go, here we go. Come to quick stop, step through, talk to each other. Ball in there, feet in there, facing up. Try to get ball in there, feet in there. Get some more in your dribble. Ready, let's go. Step through, good footwork. Talk, there you go, face up. Ball in there, feet in there. You ready, let's go. Try to stay even. Here we go, good. Talk. Ball in there, feet in there. Good, stop. Come on back. So coaches, that's a drill you get them going up the floor. What I like about it, again, is you're working on creating space, right? Triple threat. First step, creating space, get by somebody. Get someone in your dribble, come to quick stop. Footwork, step throughs, lead foot step, right? You could also have it where they dribble in their inside hand. Like they're coming in transition, and now they're throwing this pass, maybe transition, back and forth. Pass on a 2-on-1. You can work, if I had me and Thomas, we'd be like this. Come on, Thomas. Step, dribble, come and stop. Thomas, bang, inside hand. Thomas, boom. Here, Thomas. Right? You can work on that as well. So again, you can change it up, working on your footwork, working on that one-handed flick pass. I like throwing the air pass in this particular drill. Starting, stopping, ball in the air, feet in there. They didn't do a great job at it. If we work with more, they get better at it. And communicating while they're doing it as well, put it all together, it becomes a great drill. So coaches, another thing I like to progress into is, notice a lot of the passing drills we've done so far doesn't have a defender. And that's not game-like. You're going to have defenders that you got to pass the basketball around, and you got to make, passes with defenders coming and trying to take a pass away from a receiver that you're throwing it to, right? So we got to make it game-like. So I like a drill called monkey in the middle. You maybe have heard of it, seen people do it, but I like to add some elements to it that kind of increase the difficulty in the drill. So the first thing I like to do with the monkey in the middle is we'll have it to where we have the two passer and receiver, 2 on offense, 1 on defense. And, have them about, 10, 12, you have them 15 feet apart, but you're going to have a little bit of spacing. What I want is this, we like to have our defender, and I'll be defender real quick, Pete. You be on offense. Pete, come right over here. So now I got Thomas. What I'm going to do with Thomas, I'm going to be a passive defender. What I tell our guys, let's just be passive at the beginning. And I want you to exaggerate. I might come at Thomas, and I might come and have my hands up like this. So that means if I have my hands here, Thomas knows he's got to throw it underneath me, right? So it might be a bounce pass. Throwing a bounce going through, go ahead. Now, if I came back here and I came and had my hands down here low, he might be throwing an air pass through me, about maybe the flick pass. So I'm getting them to understand, now I'm having the defender just place your hands in different areas, and now they got to read it, and they got to make a pass, locating where your hands are at, and they got to make a pass opposite where your hands are to make the pass, getting through without being deflected. So we'll do that, and what I like to do on the drill is, say Pete's here, he's a passive defender, have your hands up, or hands down, whatever you want, go and throw the pass. Now he's going to follow his pass. You're going to come behind, replace him as a receiver. he's going to kind of close out, and defensive closeouts we worked on early, throw your weight back, chop your steps. So now we're working on defense in this drill too, okay, because closeouts are key. And he's going to exaggerate his hands. So he might have his hands down here. He might have one up, one down, right? Go ahead and throw it, throws a pass. He's going to follow it, come, and how he's doing it. This is what you guys are doing right now. You ready? Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Be a passive defender. You're staying there, William. Step to meet your pass receiver. Talk, communicate. Show him hands. Show him hands. Step to meet the basketball, triple threat. All right, stop. Now, if you notice, like these guys in this drill, can we communicate? Can I be, if I'm a receiver, I'm William over here, I'd be, hey, Thomas, and I'm giving him a target. He throws it to me, ball in the air, feet in the air. These are the little things that make a big difference that these kids aren't doing, that they need to start doing, right? So again, you can do drills all you want, but it's the little things in a drill that make the big difference, and you got to emphasize it, because otherwise they get bad habits, okay? Ready, let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Talk. Step to meet the basketball. Step to meet the basketball. Come and meet. Meet your pass. Meet your pass. Come and meet it. Good closeout. Throw your weight back. Chop your steps. Come and meet it. Pass it. Pass it. Pass it. Let's go. Pass the defender. Pass the defender right now. You're not going live. You're not going out. Just passive after you close out, right? All right, stop there. Stop there. So that's the first thing I would do. That's the first thing, okay? Now, to layer it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, we're going to go live. I want the defender to try to steal the basketball, deflect it, okay? So in doing the drill is what we're going to do is he does not have a dribble. He cannot pass it until he touches him. Because if you don't do it like that, here's what happens. I'm going to be here. He catches the ball, and I run like this, throw it over, throw it over, throw it over. Guys like this, throw it over, throw it over. It's just like, you can't do that. You got to get them to close out, touch, it's live. It's live, right? Now, he's got to be able to get a pass through a live defender up in him. He's got to be strong at the basketball. Now, when this takes place, I like to get my kids and teach them at this stage here, I don't like guys to turn their back away from the receiver. I don't want my guys to get stiff-legged, come up here with a ball above their head. I want us to emphasize what we worked on, being in a good athletic stance, sitting down. He's up on me. I could rip through, step through defender, right? I'm low. Faking a pass, throwing a pass. We talked about faking low, throwing high, right? We talked about here, faking high, throwing low, okay? So you got to be strong at the basketball, good footwork in doing this. Now, so come here, Thomas. So he's going to play good defense. He does not have a dribble. He touched him. It's live. Go ahead, get up on him. Get up on him. Be tough, tough. He's got to throw it now. Stop. He would get a deflection. You could do this a couple different ways. Whenever a defense gets a deflection, he gets out and this person becomes offense. And you could time it a certain amount, right? A time, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever you want. If you want to do a minute, keep them in there long. You keep track of the person that got the most deflections or whatever. You could do that. The person that's in at the end, they lose, whatever you want to do. What I like to do personally is I like to rotate them every time. So I'll do like, we're going to do this drill, and I'll do it, say, for 30 seconds on the video. He's going to close out. He's got a touch, and then it's live here. He throws it, go and throw it. He's going to follow. He comes here. He's got to close out. He touched us live. And in this drill, I like to do, say we're doing it for 30 seconds, whoever gets the most deflections wins. If you get the most deflections in this drill, you're going to win. Now we're working on what? I want to get deflections. I want to get steals. I want to go the other way. So we're working on defense also with the offense, all right? So we're going to do it live. Let's go. 30 seconds. Get up on him. Move up. You ready to go? Let's go. Let's go. Talk. Step, meet the basketball. Get up on him. Make it tough. Make it tough. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Close out. Close out. Let's go. Throw your weight back. Chop your steps. Strong up the balance. Throw the ball. Get out. Get out. Let's go. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Go get it. Go get it. Throw it there. Throw it there. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you notice in the drill coaches, one is Thomas did take a dribble, so we would call if he did and he wasn't supposed to, he would lose out. Maybe if he had deflection, he'd lose out in deflection. But also, come here, Thomas. You notice in the drill, we got guys doing this. Get up on me, like this. Like this. Like you have kids like falling away from it, off balance. You got to work with them getting low, getting strong, ripping through, being strong at the basketball. So this is a good drill, I'm telling you. If you will do it, and you'll get the defense to get after it, and you'll have a winner and loser in the drill, you want to make sure you do that, because otherwise just kids go back and forth. Have it to where defense, you get deflections, you get points, you can win. Now they're smothering, getting on them defensively, being active, and they're making the offensive player better, because that's what you want to do in this particular drill. So coaches, another drill we'll get into is we call it the triangle drill passing, where we have it right now a 3-on-1. And what we like to do is we like to move forward in the drills we've had so far. There's not really a decision-making process within the drills. This is going to force the passer to make a decision where they're going to pass the ball, right? So we'll start this with the younger kids. Maybe it's a third grade group or whatever. We'll have them a little bit of tighter where they have to make pass on target on time and shift the defense and just making decisions with the basketballs. We'll start. And then we'll kind of layer this and make it more challenging. So starting out, as you notice, I got Logan in here. He's got blue on, so he's going to be a defender. We have 3 people here. We have an individual at the free throw line. We have the lane, free throw line there, and we have individuals here. We got a volleyball line. We got the lane line out and position the triangle a little bit tighter. So what Logan, we're going to start him at the beginning. We're going to say, hey, you're going to stay as a defender. You're going to be an anticipator. Like it's a trap, you're anticipating trying to get a steal. So he might go one side to the other. He might try to bait him. He's trying to get a deflection. In this drill, you could have it to where you could go for, like, we're going to go say 30 seconds you might go to and say the defender's in there, see how many deflections they get, and you can rotate people in. You could also do it to where if he got a steal, right, if he got a deflection, he can move in and be an offensive person that made the bad pass. They can be on defense. You can do it that way as well. All right, so we're going to start it like this. Now, I would tell the passer, you want to be deceptive. You want to make passes on a line to get it there quick. No lollipop, no rainbow-type passes. And I'm trying to make, if I can avoid a bounce pass, I'm going to avoid a bounce pass. Those are slower. But also we talk about pass fakes being deceptive. I might be looking here and get Logan to go this way and throw it across there, right? You might get him looking one way, go the other to create a little bit of space to make that pass on target on time. All right, being between here, Logan. All right, starting out. You ready to try to get a steal? Try to steal. You ready to go? Let's go. All right, good. So he got a deflection right there. Now, what we would do this is, you notice, Logan, you might have younger kids, and you might have it to where, again, you might tell them they be an anticipator. They, back and forth, where the pass goes there, go there. They may anticipate. But as you watch Logan, what he did, he started coming at the ball. So that's fine, because usually if you're an anticipator and the ball goes to that person, your reaction is going to be to go guard that ball, okay? So I'm going to tell now Logan in this, he can try to get a deflection on the ball, he can bluff, he can be anticipator, he can do whatever. You're doing whatever you want to make it hard for them to make the pass, and you're trying to get a deflection, all right? You ready? Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Step to meet the ball. There you go. Good deflection. Good. All right, good. And so you got 2 deflections in the drill. So again, if you notice, like I said, they got to make decisions, got to look people off. They got to make passes on a line, really make those quick passes and try to get out of hands quick as possible so defense can't recover as much within this drill is what you're doing. Now, next thing we'll progress to is, come on out here, Pete. Come on out, Pete. Is now we're going to have 2 defenders in it. So now you got 3-on-2. So you can have this where now you have an individual on the ball, putting ball pressure, you got an anticipator. So now they got to throw a pass with somebody putting pressure on them, but they got an anticipator too trying to get a steal. So what you're doing again as this offensive player, once they catch it, they got to be strong with the basketball, rip it through, and you're trying to throw those passes on target on time. And he might be up on me, come over, I might look Pete that way, I might come back, right? You're trying to shift the defense, be deceptive as well, okay? All right, you ready? So get up on him, Pete, get up on him, or Logan. All right, anticipate, you ready to go. Let's go. Good catch and face. Good, use good footwork, be strong, good deflection, good Pete. Eyes up, vision, you got to see both. Have them face up to see both. Don't have them go sideways like earlier, ball here. You don't want to have it to where you catch the ball and you catch it here and I'm just facing, right, one person. I'm facing Thomas. I want to catch it, ball near feet in there. I want to face up. Face up to see both. Now they don't know where I'm going. I got both options. You ready to go? Let's go. Get up on them. Good. All right, stop there. So again, like we started with monkey in the middle, and we started where you just, hey, pass the defender, and then they got to decide what passes they're going to make, right? And then we went what? More active live, active defender up in them. Now they got to make a pass with an active defender up in them. Okay, we did that. We worked on also with the closeouts, combining another skill sets with that drill. And then we get into a 3-on-1 where they're making a decision with passing the basketball. And then you add another defender, and it becomes more challenging with that type of stuff as well. You could also combine it where you could add another defender. You could have 2 trappers, an anticipator, and you can make it even more challenging with that as well. So you can always make the drills harder. You know, you could have it to where you can put 4 defenders on and three ball handlers. You're making it to where they got to figure out how to get a clean pass through that and make the practice more challenging in the game. So when they get in the game, it's easy to make a pass on target on time and be effective. So coach, if something might do that might be a little bit advanced when you have the 2 lines, I might be like with JP right here, and I might say we got 2 basketballs. And now we're gonna throw a flick pass, and I'm gonna be like, we're gonna throw a right-handed flick pass. So we're gonna throw right-handed flick pass, you're gonna throw it to me, you're gonna throw it, we're going right-handed flick, right-handed flick, right-handed flick. JP, Jim, JP, Jim, JP, Jim, JP. Now we're going left, 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 left-handed flick, left-handed flick, left-handed flick. JP, 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 stop. So you can add 2 balls. Now you're working on what? Quick hands, being able to react to the ball coming quicker, and you got 2 balls going. So it makes it a little more challenging in passing the basketball, and you can add that to it as well.